Dr. Moody, Board of Trustees, Principal Blake, distinguished guests, faculty, parents, and friends. Thank you for helping the class of 2013 become the 41st graduating class at Northwestern High School. Class of 2013, we made it! So when I started writing this speech, I was told by a few of you that in order for my speech to be any good, I'd have to include like a lot of comedic references to modern pop culture and all that other stuff. So I figured if I kind of start off with a few mentions, I can satisfy all those advice givers and those critics. So here it is. Hashtag, twerk team, swag, YOLO, and of course, who could forget NAR. So I hope that list was sufficient in covering a portion of the pop culture from our senior year. I know a lot of those things are connected to some of our fondest memories as Trojans. Others of them kind of remind us of certain trends such as like Beaver Fever and the Jersey Shore phenomenon that we're really glad to be over with. You know, now we replaced them with, stimulating examples such as Duck Dynasty and Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Sum it all up, I guess I'd like to borrow from the words of the rapper Drake. Started from the bottom, now we're here. So now we're here on graduation day. We find ourselves at a crossroads. We made it through high school, and now we have the whole world ahead of us. Yeah, we'll miss the familiar sights and sounds of Northwestern. Some of these sights including the student body all dressed in camouflage to make a statement, or the members of our student section wearing togas and body paint charging ahead of our football team waving the Trojan flags and prides. And of course, we will never forget all those familiar sounds, such as, "Attention teachers and Trojans, pardon the interruption for this brief announcement." And of course, "Young man, can I please see your ID?" All right, but in all seriousness, among Northwestern's graduating class are the future's most prospective members. Sitting in purple robes today are the future's teachers, doctors, athletes, parents, businessmen, and in my case, the next Jay-Z. But this potential that the class of 2013 has isn't something that just coincidentally happened. As Trojans, we've been challenged by our teachers, coaches, and families to be the best that we can. I know that without the support of all the members of the Northwestern family, we would not be where we are today. If we hadn't learned to improvise, adapt, and overcome from some of our teachers, if we hadn't been forced to practice our sports or the band in the rain, snow, and the 100-degree heat instead of canceling it and taking the day off, if we hadn't been awakened by the removal of the covers or the flipping on of the light switch in the morning by our parents, this graduating class would not have achieved all that it has. So again, I'd like to thank our parents, coaches, teachers, and staff that have supported us along the way. The achievements that we have made are not only ours, we owe much of our success to you. In reaching this standard of greatness, Class of 2013 has always striven to make excellence a habit. In one of his memoirs, Steve Martin, the master comedian, has a method that he promotes as a challenge. He says, "Be so good they can't ignore you." Simple as it seems, this challenge is one that Northwestern embodies fully. It's impossible to ignore the 3 state titles that our classmate Jaleesa Tyndall holds in the high jump, the state and national championships our soccer and football teams have secured, or the awards that our band and chorus and other performing arts have won. It's impossible to ignore all of these and the other accolades that we have won. Over the years, over and over again, we have proven that we are too fierce for this and that we are so good that we can't be ignored. Hasn't always been easy either. In my favorite book, in James 1:12, it explains, "Blessed is the man who perseveres under trial, because when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love him." Our class of 2013 has faced its fair share of trials, and our perseverance has been key through working through these challenges. We have been forced to endure through difficult classes, tough setbacks in athletic competitions, and the loss of one of our great teachers, Ms. Deborah Giles, and one of our classmates, Breon Robinson. Though they aren't physically here with us today, we carry their memories with fondness and remember the lessons that we have learned from them, such as solving complex math functions and the importance of hard work from Ms. Giles, and the power of a smile and genuine kindness from Breon. Trojans have always proven that they care for others in their community and world. This graduating class's participation in service activities and clubs has made a tremendous impact on others and bettered our community, proving that Northwestern is a home for Southern hospitality and true concern for others. We as Trojans have been challenged daily to live leave the world a better place than when we arrived in it. Each individual Trojan knows that he or she possesses God-given talents and gifts that we have the duty to use for the betterment of others. I'm confident the graduating class of 2013 has left its mark on Northwestern and the community, and that the legacy that we're leaving behind is one that we can reflect on with pride. So as we finish this segment of our lives, I encourage you to remember all the lessons that you have learned at Northwestern. Yes, it's important to remember all that you've learned, all the academic skills that we have learned in the classroom, but it's also imperative to never forget what we have learned about ourselves in these years as Trojans. Know that the reason that we have reached this level of distinction is because of the support of our family at Northwestern, and support of this Trojan family does not end here when you graduate. Neither does the standard of excellence that we have set. So as you enter the world as Northwestern alumni, I encourage you as my Northwestern family to continue to be so good that they can't ignore you. It's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun. Thank you.